With product like this available within the basketball market space, it's just like a head scratcher that certain brands aren't delivering something at the very least comparable, even in the slightest bit. But this particular brand is really crushing it, especially at its price point, severely underrated, possibly overlooked, and at 130 bucks, this might be a great bang for your buck in terms of overall tech package and overall performance. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these potential bad boys right here. This is the 361 AG5. It's Aaron Gordon's 5th signature sneaker. And I gotta say, like, the first one impressed me already, like the very first AG1. And then they've all been pretty good since, but this one right here is really kind of hitting it out of the park, not just in terms of overall aesthetics, but the price point, the amount of tech that's included within that. It's just all fantastic. It's crazy. And on top of that, they're available in the US. It's a little bit easier to get thanks to retailers such as today's sponsor, which just so happens to be the good folks over at Scheels. They're a retailer both in-store and online. They have a wide variety of sneaker brand accounts. They are official account holders for brands such as Jordan Brand, Nike, and so on and so forth. They carry all kinds of different footwear and sporting equipment, and on top of all of that, they do have a sneaker release calendar, so if you ever wanted to see what was coming from Scheels, you can always go to their website, links down below in the description box. And yes, these are available at Scheels right now, so if you're interested, click the link down below in our description box and check them out. What's that? You like my hoodie? Well, thank you. This is one of 3 designs. You guys have already seen the first one, which was the Mamba one. And then we also have a night version as well. All 3 of them are gonna be available for pre-order starting on November 18th. And as long as you get your pre-order in quickly, then the item should arrive to you before the holidays. So if you're looking to grab these as a gift, whether that be for yourself or for someone else, you will get them on time as long as you order on time. Now, as far as the product itself, these guys come in a very interesting box because this is a performance product. So they don't have to go all out, but they are. This is stuff that other brands, select other brands still do, and then select other brands only do sometimes. But basically you got this pull-out drawer box. You've got the little, plastic top and stuff like that. Reminds me a little bit of the Jordan 11s in that sense, from a time when, they came in boxes that were really cool. Not complaining about Jordan Brand, by the way, because I think that their throwback retro style boxes are even cooler. I'm just saying that when they're very creative, they're very creative. You know what I mean? Like those 11 boxes were sick. But anyways, as far as the product itself, these are 130 bucks and I really can't believe what's in here. You know what I mean? Even though I shouldn't not believe it because I review so much product that it's totally believable, so long as there isn't a swoosh on there. The outsole itself is decoupled. Very interesting choice. We've seen this on such great performers like the Air Jordan 28 and 29. And no, I'm not including the 30, even though that was decoupled, but I didn't like those. They did not feel good. They shredded the fuck out of my legs, like the back part.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
But on top of all of that, they actually use a really durable and tough rubber. Like this actually feels This is going to be really good whether you're indoors, outdoors. It just feels like it's going to be a beast. So I'm really hoping that it is. I'm very excited to play in these. They kind of remind me of an old Mellow, like the Mellow M8s. I really love that shoe. That's like one of my favorite basketball shoes of all time. It's like a super underrated model. I don't know if you guys have ever played in them or if some of you have even heard of them. But it's a shoe that I reviewed way back when, and man, they're awesome. I would love to see a retro, just saying. Now the cushioning system is no slouch either, and for 130 bucks, that's probably the part where I am most surprised with, although there's another component also very surprised with for the price point and everything, but we haven't gotten there yet, so hold on a second. But anyways, the cushioning system is like a triple density system. It's fucking weird and it's crazy, especially for 130 bucks. I will say that their naming of all of their different cushioning systems are a little bit confusing, but basically the forefoot is what they call Energex. It's a very comfortable foam. It's very low profile on top of that. So that's one of the things about these that is very interesting just overall, is that it feels like it's catering towards both types of playing styles, like somebody that wants to be like really low on the ground but doesn't want to sacrifice really any cushion, because there's a ton of cushion in the rear and just enough up front, but you can also feel that you're like really low on the floor. So it's just an interesting setup. It's like, what type of shoe is this? Is this a big man shoe mixed with a guard shoe? It just feels very interesting. And then there's a black carrier foam, and in the heel, they use their Extreme 3 puck. So that's a different density as well. The black foam by itself, I don't know what they're calling that one, but that feels hella squishy. So the back area right here reminds me a little bit of those Boost You Wear shoes from way back when NBA All-Star was in LA, where the rear is very springy feeling, and then the forefoot is kind of like low on the ground. It almost feels like the shoe's trying to help you lift off or like take off. You know what I'm saying? Like when you load and launch for a jump, I can't jump very high, so like it's not gonna be for somebody like me. But if you're looking at somebody that does jump really high with really great jumping mechanics, they're crashing on their heel, loading into their forefoot, then really exploding. And that's what this shoe kind of feels like it's supposed to be aiding you with. I'm not saying it's gonna increase your vertical because, well, that's not a real thing. You gotta train for stuff like that. No shortcuts here, you know what I mean? But as far as a shoe that's going to work with that type of movement, this feels just like that type of shoe. Like if I was gonna say like, oh, what would you think a leaper or a jumper would want? This is it. And all of this cushion doesn't get lost in the sauce, if you will, by not providing enough support to, you know, make the shoe feel kind of tippy or unstable. None of that Air Jordan 39. These guys actually have 3 different components in there, much like the cushioning system, and it's fucking crazy. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around this. I'm like, dude, why would you buy another brand over something like this? These are crazy. But anyways, that 3-layered support system starts right here at the lateral side, basically this wing, kind of air penny looking. But anyways, this TPU panel right here wraps from the lateral side all the way around to the heel. Ultra stability for lateral containment and support. And again, great for jumpers, the people that are gonna be crashing on their heels and then loading into their forefoot and then launching off. And then if that wasn't enough, inside of this thing, there's actually a full-length carbon fiber plate, which is crazy. And then on top of that, or technically underneath it, is this TPU bridge right here that's bridging the gap between the decoupled outsole. So it's keeping everything housed together. There's tons of torsion rigidity in this thing, but unlike something that we just reviewed, like the LeBron, what number was it? 22?
Yep.
The 22 is a little bit like not flexible in the forefoot, very stiff for like definitely a bigger player. And then these right here, despite all of the support features, very flexible and kind of like springy in the forefoot. So it's just really, really interesting. Like this is a product to like truly nerd out about. I can't wait to play in these, man. Like they feel so good. And then we get to the upper. The upper is the part where it's like, there's nothing special about this. You know what I mean? It's textile, it's hot melt or fuse stuff. You do have a cool little toe cap right there, which this is the part where I really like it. It looks like the Mellows to me, those Mellow M, what did I say? The Mellow M8s. That's such a great shoe. I hope that I didn't say the Mellow 10s. Did I? I can't remember anymore, but it's the M8s that I really like. But yeah, anyways, the materials, nothing crazy, nothing to write home about. Clearly the budget went towards everything underneath it, but it also doesn't feel like whatever they've done to the upper is going to like really lose all of the other stuff that they put into here. So it will work. It's not my favorite material, not by any stretch of the imagination, but as long as it works on court, then you know, it is what it is. I will say though, for those of you guys that like it, the rear section right here, it's this yellow Achilles crash pad or pillow. It's got that cat's tongue on there, so it's smooth on the way down, but rough on the way up, so it'll like catch your socks so you don't get like heel slip and things like that. This is just a really cool, thoughtful product. Like when, again, you're looking at something similar price-wise from a major, if not the #1 brand in the US, this product is smoking in all of their stuff right now. Literally all of it. From the top of the line all the way down to the bottom of the barrel, this feels like a better product than all of it. It's crazy. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear with whichever brand that you currently go with, that's exactly what I would order. They fit me perfectly. I actually got 2 on accident. I don't even know how. So this is the one that I'm gonna play with, and then I'm gonna save the other one for our 12 days of giveaways that are over on our Discord community. We actually have a ton of cool stuff coming, including, should I spoil it now? A possible PlayStation 5 Pro? I'm just saying, like if you guys wanted one, we might be able to give one away. And with that being said, what is today's question of the day?
I'm making up my own question of the day today.
Again?
I haven't done one in a while.
I don't know.
Since we discussed mac and cheese so heavily in our last video.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to know everybody, I mean, I guess it's hard because not everybody celebrates it, but Thanksgiving, Christmas time, what is everyone's favorite side?
Their favorite holiday side dish?
Yes.
Okay, good question.
Right?
The holidays are all about the sides.
Yeah. Some people even celebrate Sidesgiving.
What?
Where like
I've never even heard of this.
You know how we do Friendsgiving, like a practice, and it's just funner because you're with your friends?
Okay.
Some people will just do like a similar thing, except there's like no turkey. It's just everybody brings a side.
I'd be down for that. There's not even room for turkey on the plate by the time you get there because you and stacked it with all the sides.
Yeah. So what's your top side?
I don't know. Can
I'll
I
give
do
you
like a
three.
top three?
Yeah.
I really like stuffing, but I know it would be on the bottom. Okay, it would be on the bottom, but I like stovetop stuffing. I'm a poor kid, man. Like, you can get that shit for like what, $1?
I know. I just think it's funny because that's what I grew up on, and that's my like punishment food that I would get. Not so much like, oh hey, you're in trouble, you have to eat this. No, it was like, you cannot leave the table because you did not eat this, so like you're stuck there. And I still make it for you, and I just try not to breathe because even just the smell of it, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
And then I would say mac and cheese is second. And then, although not everybody has mac and cheese, but you should. And then my favorite is just mashed potatoes. I don't know like if I've ever truly had bad mashed potatoes that are made out of potatoes, not the powdery stuff. So yeah, mashed potatoes are really good. So yeah, I know that everybody celebrates it a little bit differently. Some people have like really crazy and elaborate side dishes, and other people have stovetop. So whatever it is that you think is your top side dish for the holiday season, sound off below and let us know what it is. And on top of that, what do you think about these guys right here? Will I do a performance review? Not sure yet. I don't think that every shoe warrants one, even though I would love to do it. Like, I want to do like a Dame 9 performance review, but not enough people watch the regular Dame 9 video, so that means even less are coming through for the performance reviews. So anything that you don't see a performance review on could possibly still make it in the end of the year best basketball shoes list. You just wouldn't get an individual review because, well, time. Time is money. I can't waste the time if I'm not making my money. But with that being said, thank you so much for everything. We'll catch you guys on the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.